Welcome to the world's first straight talk Solarcast. This is your go-to podcast for answers about solar. Brought to you by Solar Harmonics in Northern California, who invite their customers to own their energy by purchasing a solar panel system for their home, business, or farm. Each episode, we discuss questions facing people making the decision to go solar. The solutions to your questions are given to you straight by one of the leading experts in the solar industry, Jamie Duran, president of Solar Harmonics. Feel free to search our library for answers to questions that you're facing when considering solar. And now, here's Adam Duran, our host with the questions, and Jamie Duran, our solar expert with Straight Talk Solarcast.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Adam.
How's everything in the land of solar this week?
Well, it's heating up. It's in the mid 80s here, and people are starting to get excited and start hearing air conditioners go on.
Oh yeah.
I start seeing homes with no solar and hearing the air conditioning and thinking, well, that's a plan, I guess, is just keep buying. Anyway, it's going to be frightening to see everyone's excitement when start getting those bills in about a month from now. And
yeah, the stick.
Holy moly. Yeah.
The stick's going to get bigger.
57 cents a kilowatt hour. Ouch. That's going to be rough.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to focus on good stuff happening in solar.
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. But this week we have a big announcement that President Biden just signed off on solar cell tariffs, so solar panel tariffs, that when President Trump was in office, he enacted a 25% tariff on the solar cells. Mm-hmm. And now Biden is increasing it to 50%. So remember I was saying the government's really trying to phase out solar.
Wait, that's a really bad thing, right?
Well, it's on Chinese-made solar panels,
okay.
And it will expand to pretty much anything outside the United States is going to be included in this tariff. And it's going to certainly make solar more expensive. And again, we'll see how it goes. And I always say, no better time to go solar than now. But yep. This is it's definitely going into effect, and there's fewer exclusions. So before the bifacial solar panels were excluded for some miracle reason, and it turned out that there was one large solar company that lobbied to get that exclusion, but that is being closed, and so that's going to really drive up the price of those solar panels.
Oh,
and
okay.
It may not even make a difference to that company, but it's pretty interesting. We started with the net energy metering 3.0, and then we moved to prevailing wage on commercial projects. Now there's the fixed costs for customers, where it's that's going up to $24 a month. And now solar is going to get more expensive because if you're a U.S. company and now you've been trying to compete with these foreign-made solar panels, now you can increase your prices. So that's what we're going to be seeing. And it's just the nice thing, I guess, is that solar panels themselves are only about 30% of the cost of a solar project. So if you double the cost, which hopefully is not, and this will definitely affect a lot of really big projects. So projects that are in the megawatt, 4,000 solar panels, those kind of things, it's going to affect them for sure. But, when we're quoting these projects, we let the customers know that this is today and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, totally.
But we need to get this going right away. And they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to have meetings, and then people go on vacations, and then, we're on it. Yeah, we want to get it. Okay, it's been approved. And now we're going to try and get it, financed. And now it's in the financing approval, and they're on vacation. Anyway, so who knows what things will look like in a year from now, but it's pretty crazy that structurally now even the government, the federal government, which has been kind of solar friendly, is now another kick in the stomach to the solar industry, who's already struggling to keep things positive, keep things going and moving in the right direction.
Do you think that's to support like American-made solar panels?
Yes, for sure. There's just not very many of them, and the reason is making solar panels is not easy, and there's quite a few chemicals and things that are not friendly to the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to be, it's, kind of making hazardous waste and putting it in a solar panel, but it's not waste at the time. It just,
Right.
There's selenium and mercury, well, maybe not mercury, but selenium is in it. And then just in the manufacturing, there's byproducts that most towns, most cities, most counties do not allow. And so it makes it really difficult for a solar manufacturer to be building solar panels in the United States. So what they've been doing is they do everything but the solar cells. So they would bring in solar cells from China and then put them in a frame, do all the electronics, and then send them out as some other brand and say, hey, assembled in the United States type of thing.
Got it.
And so now, nope, no more of that.
No.
and it's so, and it will it help? Probably. If they would just ask me, I would say just all you have to do is say you don't get the tax credit on some products that are not made in the United States. Boom. And then that makes it automatically 30% more expensive, and you don't have to go into a trade war with China. But because it's not stopping with solar panels, it's moving to electric vehicles that are made in China and semiconductors and pretty much everything else. But it is fascinating that this all started with President Trump when he was in office. That he said we're going to tariff the heck out of Chinese-made products, and 8 years later, 4 years later, it's still the policy. And when you talk to economists, they say, nah, tariffs never work, but it just hurts the consumers here. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. But it's fascinating. Always something.
When does this take effect?
I would say right away. Generally, the tariffs. I mean, government's not really fast at anything, but
except tariffs, right?
Tariffs, not terrorists.
Tariffs. Yes,
tariffs.
Tariffs.
And so, yeah, I think it's right away. And
Wow.
We did get some heads up on this. So I did place some orders on, for my customers, but plenty of customers out there who did not make the decision to go, and we're gonna have to requote all those projects, and that's the way it goes. And we'll do our best, and who knows, maybe we will try to switch to U.S. made products, but those are more expensive. But we do use U.S. made products on many of our projects, so it's not going to hit but I mean, who are we? We're not the gigantic solar companies out there, but it will trickle to the residential side and the small commercial side, but not right away. And but it will be probably, I would say, if you didn't go solar now, get ready for more increase. And so that's the way it goes. It's fascinating in the world of solar. Never a dull moment.
Well, and it's also it's proven, like, every time I talk to you, that there is no better time to go solar than right now, because it seems like every week, every month, obviously every year, that the prices just keep going up.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's not like because of inflation, it's because of these outside factors, politics being one of them, that, wow, it really is true. It's weird how you're right about this.
Oh, good. Thank you. And
I don't like admitting that. Jamie's right about something.
Then,
thank you.
At the other side, though, it's exactly what you said, which is there's nothing. Electricity prices are not going down as a result. This is just, it's kind of just leveling up. And so
to maintain.
And will solar make sense? For sure. We're getting lots of people who want batteries, and then they see the costs and they like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do this?
Yeah. How has people done it before?
How has anyone done it before?
Yeah.
And interest rates were much lower, but now not so much. And so what we're kind of telling people now, don't really need the batteries to start. Why don't we just install more solar than you're using, more solar production than you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically just kind of forget about using electricity in the winter months, and just expect to pay a bill in the winter months, and the solar will offset the spring, summer, and fall months nearly 100%. And then there'll be some credit bleed over to the other months. And then let's take a look at it in a year. And if you have a true-up bill that is just, it's not acceptable, then we can add batteries. Probably can't add more solar because we probably maxed out your roof. But, it can supply power during the nighttime. So, but the kind of the days of, I never want to see an electricity bill ever again, and I want a zero bill, and I never want to see a true up again. I don't think we're going to get there without at least 3 to 4 batteries. So especially if somebody has an electric car and they're driving a lot, then they need batteries. But if we can just re-educate people that winter bills, the winter electricity usage, which is generally kind of low, at least for now, then it probably makes sense to just ignore those months and just focus on the spring, summer, and fall. And then we probably will see the break-even times right in line with what they were in NEM 2.0 land. So we will see how it goes. But yep, this week's latest ouch. And it would have been nice for him to announce, and we're placing a cap on electricity prices, but nope. those are running wild. So this summer is going to be a little nuts, as usual. Well, you have to say, most people are pretty good that are listening to this who've gone solar, but the ones who haven't, if you know someone, like Adam always says, if you know someone, turn them onto this podcast, and I would get their financing going now, get pre-approved, and start getting the solar going, because the summer bills are pretty staggering, or they will be pretty staggering.
Yikes.
Yep. That's it. That's
and that, and then looking, I'm just projecting myself 1 year in the future and going, and then last summer it was cheaper than now. It's wow. It is.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Okay. All right, Jamie, we're going to wrap it up there.
All right. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you for spending another few minutes with us, learning a little bit more about solar. Jamie does always say there's always something happening, and it's weekly proven true. If you have a friend considering going solar, this would be a great podcast to recommend to them, because it will save them thousands upon thousands of dollars over the life of their system. Until next time, everyone. See you.
That's all for now. Thank you for listening to this episode of Straight Talk Solarcast with solar expert Jamie Duran. Join us each week for more answers to your solar questions. Speaking of questions, got some? Email us at solarcast@solarharmonics.com, and we'll be sure to give you an answer in an upcoming episode. This episode of Straight Talk Solarcast is brought to you by Solar Harmonics, the leading solar energy developer in Northern California, who invite you to own your energy. Visit them on the web at www.solarharmonics.com.